the dawn's early light, what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Good morning, everyone. This is Kelly Beatty on behalf of the staff and volunteers of Chelmsford TeleMedia and the Parade Committee, our amazing Parade Committee. We want to welcome you to the 57th Annual 4th of July Parade here in downtown Chelmsford. You just heard Officer Kenny Meehan singing the Star Spangled Banner, and what a great flag raising that was early this morning. I'm joined by Lynn Marcello, who's the Secretary of the Parade Committee and my co-host here for the...
Good morning, Kelly. Good to see you, as usual.
It's like the calm before the storm here.
It's been awful quiet. I don't know. Something's going on.
I mean, the worst we've had to deal with is a change of ordering of the politicians that are coming down the road.
We can handle them.
Yeah, we can definitely handle that. So, you know, this is the culmination of a weekend-long set of activities. For those of you who were here last night, you heard an amazing array of talent. We had the Suburban Burnetts Twirl team, our perennial talent, always here.
Yes.
Also, we had a great set from the Martin and Kelly Country Band, who came from Nashville, but they're from Chelmsford. And,
yes.
and they had this beautiful set and dodged the rain, and that was all great.
We were so lucky. It was fabulous. We had Jilly Martin and our band, and they came from Nashville, and Jilly is a local girl, and they were so wonderful. It was terrific. After she performed, or they performed, we had the Chelmsford Community Band and the Suburbanettes, and all the booths were open, so it was an excellent night.
Right. You know, the Chelmsford Community Band has been a fixture here. This is their 53rd year participating under the direction of Eric Linsner, and as always, really spot on, great patriotic music. But today, now, up this road, 2 miles away from us, 1,000 people are running toward us during the John Carson Road Race, the 55th year of that event, and we'll have much more on that later. But they're going to be coming down the road here, pounding. It's a great day for a race. The weather is cool. We're not dripping with sweat, and there's like a 10-mile-an-hour tailwind, so we could have some record set today.
We definitely could, and we have some beautiful trophies over here to award the male and the female runner first place. And we're just looking forward to see. We have a lot of local people running and a lot of people from all over the country, really. So it's going to be a terrific day, I think, for a run.
Now, we are the nexus of a whirlwind of activity here on the Common. Behind us, we have the perennial country fair sponsored by the Lions. John Kerr and Bob Silk are the coordinators for that. Lots of great things, a lot of community organizations and food and drink. You don't want to miss that. Across the street in the Chelmsford Center for the Arts, we have the annual art festival. Again, the 55th year. You start hearing a lot of 50s in this.
Yes.
This pattern has been going on for a long time, sponsored by the Chelmsford Art Society, which itself was founded in 1970. And so we'll be with you for the next hour and a half or so. We usually end up by around noon, right?
Noontime, on the dot.
If we're not done by noon, get the hook, okay?
Yeah, exactly.
But and we'll talk a little bit more about the parade and how that's set up. But let me dwell a little bit on the John Carson Road Race, which has been with us for such a long time. This is the third largest 4th of July road race in New England. typically draws about 1,500 runners. The record was 2,200 runners in 2013. They now, I think, limit the registration because instead of having to keep track of all the numbers on the vest, they have little chips on their running shoes so that Granite State Race Services keeps track of them all very carefully, and we'll have the winners for you. We got the trophies here, and this is, of course, in memory of John Carson, a high school runner who was killed tragically in 1989. The legacy rolls on. His father, John Carson Sr., has really been instrumental in this. Bob Sullivan and Sullivan Farms Homemade Ice Cream are the sponsors and do all the coordination, and it's a year-long effort. Most recently, in the last few years, we've been attracting some more elite runners, and records have been set. In fact, I'm looking here. I'm looking for the record times. The course records are from 2023, which is not all that long ago. On the men's side, Zuhair Taibbi set a record of 8 minutes and 43 seconds to run 2 miles. Yeah. I can't run half a mile.
It's amazing, right? Amazing.
And on the women's side, Katrina Coogan in 2018 set a record for 9 minutes and 54 seconds. So we'll be looking for some really quick times this year. The thing about this road race that's so amazing is that it's such a community event. My neighbors this morning texted me and said, we're going to have a family fun run. So they're up there registering at the last minute, and we'll probably give them a shout out as they go by. But there are divisions for all kinds of ages, starting from 6 to 8 all the way up to 80 years and older.
Terrific.
If I'm 80 years and I can still run 2 miles, that'll be something.
I want to see that.
Right, and you know there's some coin in here. If you're a first place finisher, you get a $500 for the first place finish, $1,000 if you set a new course record. So as I said, we've started to attract some elite runners. It's a great event, and it's more than just about the money. All of these people come racing by. They'll end up over there at the Brookhouse Plaza over there. There'll be ice cream and drinks and stuff that are provided, and T-shirts for participants, ribbons for all the youngsters for sort of a participation thing. It's really a tremendous community event.
It is. And they've done some wonderful things, too. They've raised money, and they have helped some people along the way. It's just the work that goes into it. It's just unbelievable. I know you have some information there.
I've got as I said, this has been going on for such a long time. This was provided by John Carson Sr. for us. John R. Carson was the son of John and Linda Carson. He grew up in Chelmsford. He was a sophomore runner at Chelmsford High School on the track team, and having a very successful season. And this all came to an end in his junior year, which on December 30th, 1987, he was hit by a train on a practice run, which was tragic.
Very sad, yes.
And so the race carries on in his memory. The interesting thing is that the road race itself kind of predates this. I'm seeing here that...
Okay, we have runners that have crossed the bridge.
They'll be here any moment. The first run was actually in 1969, sponsored by the Chelmsford JCs, and it involved 14 men who ran, 12 of them who finished. But it's been 1,000 plus ever since 1996. All right, so we see a police honor guard escorting the lead runners here.
Boy, might we have record time?
I don't know. It's been pretty quick.
It seems quick.
And later on, we'll try to get the first place finishers on the men's and women's side up here, both to collect their trophies and to give us a little sense of what the run was like.
Here they come. Boy, it looks like a couple are coming also.
Yeah, it looks like it could be a close finish.
Cheer them on, everybody. They're almost here. This is great. Wow.
A close 1-2 finish for sure. Tops that.
Yay!
Yeah.
Good job.
Looks like they were battling the whole way.
Oh boy, I
2
bet
miles.
they were. Here comes more too. It's they're Way ahead.
In case you're curious, this starts up at the Hannaford parking lot, and it's 2 miles. And here come some early finishers. You know, some look like they're struggling, and some look like they're just cruising.
Hey!
Good job. You know, this effort takes about 100 volunteers, and it's a year-long event. Again, it's coordinated by Bob Sullivan of Sullivan Farms Homemade Ice Cream. He is a runner, too. He finished 95th last year.
Did he? Okay, that's good. Good for him after all the work he does.
We'll keep an eye out for him.
I have a nephew that's running with his 3 daughters, so I've got to keep an eye out for them.
So the first 5 male runners are pretty spaced out here, but now we're starting to see a real pulse coming through. We'll be looking for the first female finisher. Push. It's deceptive, you know. You think of this road, North Road, as flat.
It's not.
But after you get across 495, it actually comes uphill to the center. It's not an easy.
I think there's that first female.
Yeah. First female finisher is just crossing by.
Yeah. Thank you.
Checking their times. I'll need to check this with Bob, but just like the Boston Marathon where they have the elite runners at the front to start, I think they've kind of evolved to like some of the runners with the fastest times sort of start first.
Yes, seems like it.
Keep those claps going. Let's cheer them on.
It's a perfect day for a run.
It certainly is.
Nice breeze. Oh.
You know, I've got all the runners here going back to 1988. Last year's winning time was 9 minutes and 14 seconds, which isn't a record, but boy, it's sure fast.
It's good.
We'll see if we can beat that this year. We're always eager to see who the first Chelmsford resident to cross the line is. You know, there was a time back in the day when this was much more a local event, and the prestige of this event, and also not to mention the potential prize money, has started to attract people from a wide geographic area. So that Chelmsford pool gets a little bit diluted, but we're cheering everybody on nonetheless.
Up, and here comes our first carriage. Great to see.
This will be the award winner for the 8 and under category. It is a family event, you know, and we always get 1 or 2 quirky things in here. I remember one year some guys were pushing a couch.
Yes, I remember that.
As we said, it's kind of a perfect day for racing. As a potential runner, I can imagine a little cloud cover would have probably been nice. But
yes, but the breeze hopefully is helping.
Breeze is helping, and definitely the cool temperatures are a plus.
It seems like they're coming in quicker than usual.
I agree.
Oh, what's your number?
Also, we're looking for our first crazy costume, you know.
Haven't seen that yet.
Aluminum foil hat or something. So as I said, they get funneled over past the center here and over to the Brick House parking lot, and that's where they get their reward and get a chance to cool down.
Oh, here comes another carriage. Might be twins.
Go,
not
Mom,
twins,
not
okay.
Twins. She's saying the one on the left is heavier.
Good job. It's great seeing some of the young ones joining in, too,
Absolutely.
now. Really is.
And, you know, there's, we've mentioned Sutherland Farms Homemade Ice Cream as the principal, but there are a whole list of sponsors here. There's like 30 different sponsors, credit card services, Fish Bones, Dream Diner, which is a great place to have breakfast, Cutting Edge Hair Care, Needham Advisory Group. I mean, it's a very long list here, and I won't read them all, but it underscores how much effort is needed to put on an event like this, not just in terms of the person power to organize and be volunteers and stuff, but it's not
financial is very important because it costs them a lot to run this race.
Right. Now we've mentioned the prize money, and I'll just to reiterate here, first place. One moment. First place earns $500, $300, $200 for the first three finishers, men and women, $1,000 for a new course record. But the money that's raised for this goes to some really important scholarships and memorials, primarily the John R. Carson Memorial Scholarship. Again, John and Linda Carson are the drivers behind that. The requirements are pretty modest. You must be a student at Chelmsford High School, a boy. You must be a long-distance runner, a half mile or longer. You have to be a member of the cross-country, winter track, or spring track teams. And you must have been accepted to an accredited college in order to attend it. So, and the recipient is awarded by a committee consisting of coaches and athletic directors. And
Xavier May. Okay.
So our men's winner this year was Xavier May, and we know that the female winner was number 11. We'll be getting a list of the top 10 finishers here shortly. And so Xavier, I was just talking about the scholarship. He will be the winner of the scholarship because I guess that means he's from Chelmsford.
Yeah, must be.
There you go.
That's great.
That, I think, would be the first time that someone from Chelmsford has won this race in a very long time, if that's how it works out. Xavier May. Just a little correction there. We got a little wires crossed. Xavier is the winner of the scholarship, but the winner of the race is Mitchell Durbin. Sorry for that, Mitchell. But we'll get you up here and we'll get you a nice tall trophy, and also our female winner when that happens. Yeah, so anyway, this race there has been a road race in Chelmsford on the 4th of July since 1969, but it's only since the Carson stepped in to set up this Carson road race in memory of their son, John Carson, and this is the 55th year for that, so it has been a long legacy. We want to thank all the runners who are streaming by here. I keep my eye out for some familiar faces, neighbors.
I know, huh?
Right. I think we should get Paul Cohen to run in this race. What do you think?
Oh, he does enough. Are you kidding me? He was working last night at the train ride that the Rotary Club put on, and he helped us set up the parade, and he's amazing.
This is town manager Paul Cohen.
Up, here's our costumes. Looking good, guys. We always have somebody that wears something funky. I mean, every time I see the sea of runners coming, I think there's got to be more than 2,000.
Well, and what I'm seeing here is it's certainly a wave of runners, and some are given that last-minute kick to get their very best time. Maybe they ran it before.
Yeah.
But I don't see too many. I don't see too many who are like exhausted. So,
no, they're all looking good. The size of some of these,
Go,
I can't
sweetie.
imagine. Good for you.
Go, go, go.
Allie, hello. Rick Romano's daughter, one of our parade chairmen.
All right, for those of you watching at home, we're going to play a video involving a 1958 Land Rover, but here we're going to continue to watch the runners come through.
Everyone, I'm Elizabeth, and I'm here with Alan today. So, Alan, what is this beautiful car you have here today?
This is a 1958 Land Rover. It's basically the original utility vehicle. It was copied off the military Jeep when England had basically nothing to export and decided to go into the export market chasing something to make up their balance of payments after World War II. This one is a 1954, so not long after the 1948 time when they started exporting them. This particular one actually comes from Australia, so like so many of us here in the United States, it's an emigrant as well. It's come here via Texas and has basically happily settled here in New England in retirement.
Oh, that's awesome. So it's been around the world. I love the history.
It's
so
quite literally been around the world. It was built in England, went to Australia, from Australia went to Texas, and then Texas to New England.
wow. And so how'd you come about it? How'd you get it?
A friend of mine who lives in Texas was an importer and exporter of classic vehicles, had bought this one and unfortunately had an issue with the state of Texas as far as the legality of the vehicle. They mistakenly thought it was stolen, and he was never able to register it. It became a farm hack on his ranch, which was large enough to need one. And through one thing or another, something happened to it, and it got shoved off into a barn as no longer functional after a while. I went down there to give him a hand with his collection and found it and groveled at him to get my hands on it. And through one thing or another, got it up here, got its legal status straightened out, and the
now
rest,
it's yours.
I can say, is history. And it and I are happily spending summers together on the road.
Oh, awesome. And so why do you love being part of the parade?
The Chelmsford Parade and parades in general are, especially on July 4th, America celebrating the best of itself. And that's one of the reasons that I'm out here. And my grandson actually will be here as well. And he's the next generation who will eventually end up taking care of my friend here.
Oh.
So why not?
Exactly. And I'm so excited to see your wonderful car and everyone else's. So thank you so much, Alan. This was Elizabeth Silva for CTM at the 2025 July 4th Parade.
Thank you.
Okay, so we're back here live for those of you watching on Chelmsford TeleMedia. It's a fantastic day for a race. It's a 2-mile race that starts at the Hannaford parking lot. Comes down Parkhurst Road.
Annette, great job.
Takes a left turn there onto North Road, and from there it's a straight shot here. I say straight, it's not level,
a little
but
uphill.
it's straight.
Exactly. Yeah, straight down North Road, a little up and down.
And again, the race is in memory of John Carson, a high school track athlete who was tragically killed in I want to say 1989, it's about that time. And this carries on in his memory. And it's primarily sponsored by Sullivan Farms Homemade Ice Cream. We'll get Bob Sullivan up here at some point to tell us a little bit about the planning for it. And it's a great family event. It's a great fundraising event. It funds not just the the scholarship that we were talking about, but there's a whole list. I actually have that list here of other groups that benefit from this.
I can tell you that one of them is a cousin of mine who had a snowboarding accident and is paralyzed. And they made a donation that was very helpful to him, Jack Trottier, and he's listed there.
And so this of the money that's raised last year, more than 5,000 went to these various scholarships for the Jim Durkin Scholarship at Chelmsford High School, a cross-country coach, the Michael Peruccio Wrestling Foundation, who passed away at age 30 not that long ago, the Nick Sparunas Scholarship, also from Chelmsford High School. He was a funny and outgoing student athlete, 3-sport captain, Mickey Ward Charities, Jack Trottier Foundation you mentioned, Kids in Disability Sports, and Junie's Place, which strives to offer families who have just lost somebody.
It's a wonderful organization.
Comfort. Well, we continue to watch. Your family left you behind. My next door neighbor. That's fun.
They're doing great. You're almost there.
As I said, I got this text this morning. We're going to have a family fun run. I knew that the husband ran a lot, so I expected him
Good job.
have a good time. But the missus she did her own pace. Let's put it that way.
That's all right. Go at your own pace.
We're so thrilled to have you all here today, participating in this road race. And little did we know that time is marching on, and in just 2 minutes, the 57th annual Independence Day Parade will be kicking off from the McCarthy School parking lot.
Yes, it will. I'm telling you, we have such a fabulous lineup. You're going to love it. We've got some great bands, some that have been with us for many years. We've got some new entertainment, and it should be wonderful. Some beautiful old antique cars and great marching units. We have a big float competition this year. We've had, I think, 12 floats that have been entered into the contest, so that should be great to see them. It will be fabulous, I'm sure.
And I hear there might be a fire engine or two.
1 or 2 or 3 or 4, maybe. Maybe more. But we love them. And those guys are great. I saw them yesterday cleaning up the trucks. So
for those of you watching at home, you see a list of the floats here that are entered this year. You know, a lot of these are like the major sponsors. They'll do a float.
Yeah.
But then you get a nonprofit who will put a float to help get their message through.
Exactly.
And there's prize money for those floats as well.
Yes. So this year, for the first time, we have prize money that is quite substantial, I would say. First prize will be awarded $1,500.
That's great.
Second prize, $1,000. Third prize, $500, and honorable mention, $100.
There you go.
And we're trying to encourage people to think about doing it next year, because next year is the big 250th anniversary.
Absolutely.
And we're going to go big with this one next year.
And you know, we talked earlier about the country fair. We heard about the country fair that is taking place over here. Many of the nonprofit organizations in town have booths that encourage you to come and check them out. And please do that later on after the parade is concluded today, because the weather's perfect. And why not come down here and get some fried dough?
Yeah,
right?
Why not?
Exactly.
The church has the best donuts.
But I can see a lot of those organizations having floats next year.
You know, it would be a benefit to them. Let's encourage.
That's right.
And neighborhoods. You know, a couple of years ago, we had the Miami Sandbirds, and it was a neighborhood that put a Florida-looking float together.
Right.
Get your neighbors together and do a float.
And we still have runners streaming through. So if you're trying to cross the street here locally, just be careful. You don't want to get run over by an 8-year-old.
And that's possible. Good job. She looks like maybe 5.
This is terrific. And again, we'll very soon, I hope, have a list of the top winners and their times, and most importantly, where they're from.
Yes, that would be good. Yeah.
But for the time being, Lynn, let's pivot a little bit and talk about the parade, which is just now starting. You can hear the the church steeple telling us that it's 10 o'clock and time for the parade
It's
to
time.
start.
I'm guessing it's stepping off as we speak.
So, Lynn, you serve as the secretary for the parade committee.
Yes.
And give us a little background of, like, when does the planning start? What's involved? Whoa! Oh boy!
We have a problem.
we just had an issue here.
Oh, boy.
On the reviewing stand.
Okay.
Hang on.
I'm all right. Okay.
All right, we just had a latte overboard.
All right, equipment I'm worried about here.
There you go. All right, we're back. While Lynn is collecting herself, we have so many people involved in the planning of an event like this. You're watching and hearing the efforts of Chelmsford TeleMedia, which is the public access television station here in Chelmsford, and Tom Peterson and the whole crew, past and present, employees and volunteers and high school students, all behind the scenes. We have a huge production truck up.
I don't know if we're on or off. Nothing's lit. This one's lit. That
There we
one's
go.
lit. Okay.
And but the parade committee, working behind the scenes, it's not like just a whole bunch of people show up on the 4th of July and march down North Road. It's way more involved with that. And Lynn is trying to compose herself and see if her phone is still working here. But I can tell you that the parade committee, which is a bunch of volunteers, augmented by liaisons from the principal town public safety organizations like the police department, the fire department, the public works department, which I want to say shout out to the DPW, because in the days leading up to this parade, I saw teams like making this roadway and the town center look perfectly well groomed. All right,
I'm back.
She's back.
That
All
was
right.
interesting.
That was interesting.
I guess we have to tie these things back sometime.
Right.
But
Keep an eye on it. We're just not used to having a fresh breeze here. You know.
wow,
That's-
the breeze was nice.
Also, I, in partial defense, you know, last night there was a threat of a lot of rain
Yeah.
here, and so the Chelmsford TeleMedia crew put off setting up all the equipment
Yes.
out of an abundance of caution, and they were here at 5:30 this morning. 5:30 this morning, setting up the PA system and the cameras and so forth. Anyway, I want to. So for those of you at home, we're gonna show you a lovely little video about the Chelmsford Mothers Club. We'll continue here with our live broadcast.
Wow.
Hello, Diane Steimel for CTM at the 2025 Chelmsford Parade. I found some moms here. How are you?
Good, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. Can you tell us your name?
Sure, my name is Beth Hoyle.
And who do you have around? There's lots of people.
Oh, yes, so this is my son Raiden and my daughter Sophia. And we have Kate and Caroline, and we have Abby and Brenna, Benjamin, and Claire and Jeremiah. And we're here with the Chelmsford Mothers Club.
All right. What drew my eye was like the complete commitment to like mom and 4th of July and kids, right? So you got the cart, you've got the water bottle. I believe we got some snacks.
Yeah.
We got everything you need, right?
Absolutely, and 30 pounds of candy to hand out.
And 30 pounds of candy to hand out. All right. So looks like somebody is ready for like loud musical instruments to go off. Always prepared. That's good.
Absolutely, yes.
And so what are you hoping for this year?
This year we're hoping to recruit more members of anyone in the surrounding areas who want to be a part of the Chelmsford Mothers Club. We also hold bi-yearly tag sales where you come and members sell all their used clothes, toys, and everything like that. So that is coming back up in September.
And so why don't you explain to us just generally like what the Mothers Club does?
Sure. So the Mothers Club is basically just anyone who identifies as a mother and they live in the surrounding towns, and just having that sense of community. We do a bunch of having that, sorry, I can't think of words, having the community where we do, in a pinch where if you have a new baby or you're having surgery or if there's been a death in the family, we'll do meal trains for you. We also do mom's night outs. We do children's events. Just get everyone together, get out and meet new people and really create that village.
That sounds wonderful. I always say mom to one, mom to all, right? So we do what we can for the community.
Absolutely, yes.
All right, thank you very much. That sounds great. I'm Diane Sherritt-Steimel for CTM at the 2025 Chelmsford Independence Day Parade.
So welcome back for those of you watching at home. And we're talking here with Lynn Marcella, who's the secretary and
Okay, give her a minute.
fixer-upper of things happening here on the reviewing stand. Lynn,
Talk about technical difficulties.
Well, exactly. And we were trying to get to the planning that goes into getting the parade to work so well.
You know, it's a work of many, but sometimes it seems like few. We have a fabulous committee, and I think Kelly just read the names of our committee, and it's a year-round. We basically take August off, and then we start right again in September. And the support that we get from the community, the businesses and the residents of Chelmsford is just outright amazing. You'll see banners in front of the bands, and these are sponsored by local businesses and residents. And if you look at these light poles with all the banners, these are also sponsored by local residents and businesses. And the parade, people think the bands just come for free, come for the fun of it. Well, our band budget is close to $60,000. So, you know, it takes a lot to put it on, both physically, mentally, and financially.
And we're missing.
So we appreciate everybody. Yes, Mr. Carson. Thank you.
We're missing a couple of the bands that we've come to love here. They are taking from Canada. They're taking a pause this year. We hope to have them back next year.
Yes.
And speaking of next year, next year is the biggie, the 250th.
Yes.
You have something in the works?
Well, we already have a lot of bands reserved for next year. Those that are coming this year, we've asked them to please plan on joining us next year. And then we're also working and planning on some new ones for next year. And of course, as Kelly said, it's the big 250th. We want to really ramp up the float competition because we do give good prize money, and who knows, we may up it a little next year.
Right.
And I'm guessing maybe the road race might amp things up a little too.
You know, as I said, I have multiple neighbors who are running here. Maybe we need a park road float.
Wouldn't that be good?
There
Get
you
your
go.
neighborhood together.
That's right.
You know? No, it could be fun. It could be very financially good.
Speaking of floats, for those of you watching at home, we have a little bit of a video clip here about the Wish Project, one of our sponsors and float contributors this year.
We have the race winners.
Silva for CTM. So, what's your name?
My name is Grace.
Okay, hi Grace, thank you so much for talking with me today. You know, we were driving by and we had to stop because I've never seen a Wish Project float before. Is this your first year?
This is our first year participating in the float.
And so, you know, what kind of, made you guys join? Like, why are you here today?
Well, we're celebrating our 20 years, our anniversary, so they signed us up and we just want to spread awareness of what we do.
No, that's awesome. I actually donate so many clothes every year when I do my spring clean out. So here, this is a beautiful float, caught our eye. Can you explain, are these the things people donate? Like, what's on the float here today?
Yeah. So some of the items here are donated. We took it right from our warehouse. We provide clothing, backpacks, hygiene items, diapers. As you can see, we have a pyramid of diapers here. So just a few things that we provide.
Oh, wow. And would you say, what's the greatest need right now for donations?
I would say probably hygiene products are our greatest need. We are also running our backpack project, so if anyone's interested, we would love your help.
Oh, that's awesome. No, you're a huge community that you're, catering towards, right? It's not just kids, but also adults. It's like anybody, right?
Yes. Anyone can come to the Wish Project. We accept walk-ins every 3 months. All we ask for is IDs and birth certificates for the children.
Okay. And so where is the Wish Project located?
We We are at 166 Middlesex Street in North Chelmsford, right behind Hertz Car Rental.
Oh, that's awesome. And so just like, you know, I hear there's like a little competition going around, and I think you're a top tier for one of the winners. So like, what are you excited about just like for this 4th or this Independence Day?
Well, just being able to celebrate with our community is top tier.
All right. Thank you so much, Grace.
Thank you so much.
All right. Make sure not to miss the Wish Project in the parade and go make some donations. This is Elizabeth Silva for CTM at the 2025 July 4th Parade.
Hey, for those at home, welcome back. And we're here at the final few runners of the John Carson Road Race for this year. Give them a hand. They've made it all the way down. They might be exhausted, but they're putting on that last little push to get down to the finish line, right? And get that T-shirt and the drink of water and maybe something to cool down with. We now have from Granite State Race Services, our great partner in this road race, we now have the top 10 finishers in both the male and female category. And I just want to say, it's looking pretty good for Chelmsford. I'm counting 1, 2, 3, 4 male of the top 10. 4 of the male finishers were from Chelmsford, and 1, 2, 3 of the female finishers. But the winner in the men's division is Mitchell Durbin, and Mitchell's from Cambridge, and he's 25 years old. He had a pretty good time, 8 minutes and 55 seconds. That's pretty fast for this course. And also on the women's side, the top female finisher was Amalia Dorian, who is from Boston, and her time was 10 minutes and 44 seconds. And we'll get them both up here to accept their award and maybe tell us a little bit about how the race went for them. And Mitchell, if you're down there,
he's coming up.
He's going to come up, and we'll talk to Mitchell first and catch Amalia later. What I see here is that Mitchell's time, for example, 8 minutes and 55 seconds, is only 11 seconds off the record pace.
Wow.
We were talking earlier about maybe having some fast times. Mitchell?
Oh, how'd you get
come
up
over here. Yeah, he snuck up the side.
Okay. We have a little, you know what?
No, you have to do.
Let me go.
There you go.
Don't
That'll
step
work.
on that.
I'll try not to.
Keep right over here, Mitchell. All right. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to wire you up and put this on your head.
When you talk about technical difficulties, we've had them all today, but we're going to get around it before the parade starts.
All right. Let's give a little mic test here, Mitchell. Say hi to everybody.
Hi, Chelmsford.
All right. Let's hear a big round of applause for Mitchell Durbin from Cambridge, our winner of this year's John Carson Road Race.
Thank you.
It's a little different up here than down on the street, huh?
It is. It's. I won't lie. It's a bit weird hearing myself do both.
So Mitchell, is this the first time you've run this race?
It is. Yeah. It is.
And so you're going to pocket $500 and a nifty trophy to go home.
Yes, absolutely.
What prompted you to enter? How'd you find out?
So I work at Puma out in Somerville, and one of my coworkers, who is a developer, he is from Chelmsford, and he told me about the race. I asked him if he was racing. He said no, he'll be out of town, but invited me to come over and run it.
And do you race a lot? Do you race competitively, or is this just on a whim?
Yeah, I do. I ran in college for 5 years, and then still pursuing running at, my level post-collegially.
Right. So. You mean you're not really 17?
I was going to say, how old are you?
So before the race began, we were thinking, these are pretty good conditions for racing. Cool weather, tailwind you had with you. Maybe you would have wanted a little cloud cover, but as a runner, how was this today?
Oh, this was great. I think we had a nice little tailwind as well.
Good.
And it wasn't quite as hot as it's been, the past couple weeks in the greater Boston area. But, it was great conditions, a lot of fun. And, of course, the crowd. I love hearing people yell up at the front of the race. It makes it really fun, and you give people a smile or a thumbs up, and they give it right back to you.
So on some of the races that you run, is there, wall-to-wall spectators like this often or not?
No. I think the only other race that I've experienced that at is the Boston Marathon, but that's a world major marathon.
Sure.
Very different.
Now you were only 11 seconds off the course record.
I did not know.
Yes.
So you're coming back next year, I hope, to break the course record.
That's the plan. That's the
Right.
plan. If I wasn't racing next week, I had planned to go for it, but
Got to hold a little reserve in the tank.
yeah, exactly.
Well, that's great. Well, Mitchell, we have a trophy here for you. We want this is
Congratulations.
on behalf of Bob Sullivan of Sullivan Farms Homemade Ice Cream and the Carson family. Here you are. Why don't you step right over here so that everyone can see you? Here he is, our award-winning runner, Mitchell Durbin from Cambridge. Let's hear it.
Thank you. And join us next year.
We'll see you next year,
I
Mitchell.
will.
All right. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Ice cream on me. All right. That's great. Great to see Mitchell here. Great. You get a sense then of the scope of influence that this race has if we're attracting racers from Cambridge, from Methuen, obviously local towns like Westford and Pepperell and Kingsborough. But I'm looking on the women's side. One of the top 10 finishers was from Hampton, New Hampshire, for example. So
all over.
And so, Amalia Dorian, if you're within the sound of my voice, please come up here to the reviewing stand. We want to embarrass you, okay? We want everyone to meet you, and we have a trophy for you as well. She's got number 11 on, so she'll be pretty easy to spot.
Let me just check and see if she's down here.
Okay.
Okay.
So, again, the parade is en route, and we keep looking down here for the first police escort with the flashing blue lights. That'll be our cue that it might be time to start clearing the streets. I see lots of race runners. I want to see if there was a count here of how many runners there were. I don't see that here. They've been capping the number of entrants at 2,000 because of the number of chips that Granite State Race Services can provide. You saw, those of you at home and those here in the town center, that there was a steady stream of runners. I wouldn't be surprised, especially with such a nice day. I can easily imagine somebody, getting up and saying, darn it, I'm going to run today.
I would think so, definitely. Being what a beautiful day it is, no question. No question. Well, unfortunately, we still don't see our female race runner.
That's all right. We're not going to raffle off her trophy.
No.
We'll be here waiting for her.
We have another quick guest that we're going to have come up. We had our technical difficulties, so we're kind of running out of schedule, but we'll figure this out. We have J.C. Dawn.
Oh, yeah, J.C.
Who is a former resident of Chelmsford. She now lives in Nashville. And she has helped us in the past with the parade. She sang the national anthem for us many years ago, and I don't even know how long ago. But we'll get her mic'd up here. We will. Thank you.
So, okay, let's see.
Good morning.
Good morning.
JC. How are you?
Thank you. Sorry, we technical difficulties, and
I understand that.
We are thrilled to have you.
Aren't you supposed to speak with a drawl now?
I can't lose my Chelmsford
Good girl.
You still order pizza?
A pizza.
A pizza.
Yeah.
When did you sing the national anthem for us? Can you remember how many years ago that was?
Just talking to my mom about this the other day. The first parade I was ever in was in 2002, and I was on a float with a group of girls called Angels Among Us.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Okay.
Yeah, so I was singing with them. Nancy Benetti, absolutely, yeah. And then I think I sang the national anthem in 2005.
Okay, that's what Jeff and I were talking about it, and that's what we thought. But and that was the first year. That was the big celebration year, actually.
Yep.
And so what brings you back to town?
I can't miss the 4th of July parade.
Well, of course.
We love it.
I live in Nashville now, but I try to come back as frequently as possible because it's the best time of year in this town. I tell everyone about it. And let me just fix your...
There you go.
It's one of those days.
No, it's just such a wonderful thing that this town does, and I just love to support it, and I love to be a part of it every year. And when I can't be, I watch it on Chelmsford TeleMedia.
Thank you.
So I'm down in Nashville tuning in.
That's great.
So you guys do such a fabulous job every year. It's worth tuning in for.
So what's life in Nashville for you like?
Well, now I am actually hosting a television show and a podcast. My podcast is called Famous with J.C. Don Valeris, and I interview famous people. So I get paid to sit next to my heroes and ask them questions, and I feel like I have the best job in the entire world because I get to do that. Yeah.
And is Mr. Delaris up here with you?
You know, he is not here today. He's actually on the road playing. He's also a musician.
You're missing
and
a great
teacher.
show.
But yeah, his heart is here. So
that's great. And how long have you been in town? For just the weekend?
I'm actually here for a month.
Oh,
so
good.
yeah, I get
Awesome.
to be with my family, my sister, my nephews, my mom. So
Nice.
Awesome.
I've listened to a few of your podcasts, and a couple of heroes. General Hospital.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yes. Oh, I enjoyed those.
yes, I got to interview Nancy Lee Grahn, who plays
Yes.
Alexis on General Hospital, and Maurice Bernard, who plays Sonny Corinthos.
Sonny, love them. Yep.
Yeah,
yep.
they're great. So it's such a dream come true getting to take my music background and then put it into talking to people who have become successful in entertainment. It's the
Lucy
best.
Arnaz was
Lucy
excellent.
Arnaz.
I mean, you have to listen to her podcast. I just started doing it, and I'm amazed at
Famous.
some of the famous people you are interviewing.
Thank you.
Maybe you
for
could be
listening.
on someday.
I'm not that famous.
That's not true. You guys are like where it's at in Chelmsford on the 4th of July. So
Thank you.
Well, so kind of you to join us, JC.
thank you so
yes,
much for having
thank you.
me.
Enjoy the parade.
Thank
and stay
you.
in touch.
All right. Big round
I'm
of
sticky,
applause for
but
JC
thank
Dawn.
you.
Thank you.
Yep.
So for those at home, we'll tell you a little bit about the Chelmsford Dog Association, which has become an important part of the North Chelmsford scene.
Yeah.
But for those of you here at Town Common,
I'm Diane for Chelmsford TeleMedia, and I found lots of dogs. So I thought, I'm going to stop. How are you guys today?
Great, thank you. How are you?
I am great. And what is your name?
I'm Michaela Popolo. I'm with the Chelmsford Dog Association.
And what is your name?
Lisa Grasso. I'm also with the Dog Association.
And so that is why we have lots of dogs, and they're glorious dogs. And so let's talk about what you do at the Dog Association, and let's talk about some of these dogs.
Yeah, so we are in charge of maintaining the Chelmsford Dog Park and educating the patrons in the town on, dog behavior and how to take care of your dog. That's pretty much it.
So dog behavior can be something, huh? So explaining and helping people understand about dog behavior has got to be a full-time job.
All the time. All the time, yeah.
Non-stop.
And what's your name?
Abigail.
And so what are some of the things that people really should know about dogs, but you have to keep telling them?
One of the things is incessant barking. So it's seen as a sign of aggression sometimes, and it causes irritation with a lot of other dogs. So we try to kind of keep that under control a little bit, make people aware that when the other dogs are barking repeatedly, that it can actually cause a situation to happen. Another thing is the spine on their back. It shows a ridge, and when that ridge goes up, it means they're either nervous, insecure, or maybe potentially angry.
So, go ahead.
A big one is your dog knows you. And if you are nervous, your dog will feel it. If you're anxious, your dog will feel it. And your dog responds to that. And when dogs are in activities and you start getting anxious, your dog will feel that too. So be aware of what you're feeling, because your dog wants to protect you and be your best buddy. So be aware of that, and when you're around other dogs too, make sure your dog is friendly. And make sure that when somebody wants to touch your dog, that they ask before they do.
Hi, Nano.
Oh, so here we are. We're touching dog. Oh my goodness,
what's going on?
We've got a super fluffy dog. Okay,
This is Nola.
This is Nola. Okay, and who is this?
That's Teddy.
That's Teddy. And who is this one?
This is Bowie.
We can't forget
Bowie.
Rainey in the car.
We got Rainey in the car. So, Rainey. Oh, hold on.
Rainy.
Hi, Rainey. How are you? How you doing, Rainey? So Rainey's in the car. Rainey is a beautiful dog, but they all are beautiful. They all seem to get along.
Oh, yeah,
That
they
is a
do.
super fluffy dog.
She is.
And you're very cute, too.
He says thank you.
All right, so
One of the most important things that we encourage at the park is making sure that there's safe socialization. That's how you get dogs good likeness around other dogs.
Right.
Safe
Yeah.
socialization.
Repeated socialization.
Repeated socialization. Okay, so I suppose that does not mean going to the dog park and looking at your phone. No.
We encourage people to pay attention to pick up their poop as well, because it's 100% volunteer effort it's really volunteer effort for the most part, and so our big benefit is working within the community, and so we work together to keep the park clean, and it's a pretty interesting community. It's become inclusive. We have people from all over coming, Nashua, Lowell, Boston.
Connecticut.
Yeah, we just put on a carnival last week. That was great. It got really hot out. We try to encourage people to keep the dogs out when it hits a certain temperature. But we have Halloween coming up, and that's what, October 18th? Yep. So we encourage you guys all to come by, whether you have a dog or not. And there will be a lot of dogs there with the rescue that might need homes. And we try to work within the community on that. And the senior center is going to be out, and I think Historic Committee. And then also we're trying to get other people on board. DPAC is a big part of this, though. We have the Dog Park Advisory Committee. A couple of them are over there right now with their dog hats on. And so we work together really well with the town, working on potential new capital projects as well that we're hoping to get support from everybody. So.
All right, well, thank you guys for being here, and thank you for bringing your beautiful dogs. I have happiness right now just from being in proximity to the dogs. All right, I'm Diane Steimel for CTM at the 2025 Chelmsford Independence Day Parade.
So welcome back for those of you watching at home. We broadcast this live to the world on chelmsfordtv.org.
Yes, we do.
I just want to shout out to Tom Peterson and the great staff and all the volunteers. Tom teaches high school TV production at the high school, and he teaches them he's the best.
He is. He's incredible.
And they all come back to help with the 4th of July parade.
They do.
As alums.
It's one. My husband got recruited last night.
Well,
he has been filling in telemedia, doing different shows. He was a cameraman many, many, many years ago, and they said to him, "We need help. Can you run a camera for the community band?" And he did and had a blast, and it's a great crew.
I mean, here within sight, it's not just some guy with a camcorder on a tripod.
No.
There are 4 cameras here, just right here in the center, covering every angle of this. We have our DPW truck with a camera up on top. We've got one across the street here. This is a lot of work.
It certainly is.
And the coordination, as I mentioned, they were here at 5:30 this morning setting up. Glitches happen, but the show must go on.
You got it.
And we're ready. So we continue to wait with breathless anticipation for the first of our events to come down the road.
So I have some news.
Oh, okay. Do tell.
So our big float competition.
Yes,
I have just been handed the list of winners.
Ooh, okay.
So you're going to want to watch for these floats. They're all fabulous, but there must be winners. The first prize is Mahoney Garden Center, and I'm guessing that's a spectacular float with beautiful flowers. What do you think?
You think?
I think.
All right.
And second prize is Molinari Tree Service.
Yes. There's a theme here.
Yeah, well, it changes. Third prize is Chelmsford Youth Wrestling.
Okay.
And honorable mention, Chelmsford Business Association.
Awesome.
So so watch for those floats. They have all put a lot of work.
Okay.
Oh,
we
have a female runner.
We do.
Yes.
And
so we're just getting organized up here.
I need to find my list.
Have her come up.
Come on up. Come on up, Amalia. We'll get you all set up here.
Oh, yes.
All right.
You deserve this.
Let's see. Let's fire you up.
Wow. Yeah, let me grab that for you.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's Amalia Dorian, our female winner for the John Carson Road Race. Well, thank you for joining us, and thank you for winning.
Yes.
Thank you, guys.
You look so surprised. You did fabulous.
Yeah, this is crazy.
So I'm going to ask you to scoot over here so we don't have the pole in the way here.
Oh,
that's good. So you're from Boston. How did you find out about the race?
My boyfriend's friend told him about it, and then we weren't sure if he was going to be here, so I was like, oh, I'll do it. Like, I haven't raced since my college season ended, so this is like my first race back,
Wow.
So you do race competitively now and then?
Yeah, I just finished up my collegiate career, so now I'm
Wait, you
on
mean
my
you're
own.
not really 15?
No. No.
Well, this is terrific. And so you actually had a pretty substantial lead over the second place finisher. How was it out there on the course today? I mean, this is a pretty short course, but tell us.
Yeah, honestly, it was so fun. I feel like I was smiling like the entire time. Just one of my favorite things is like when little younger girls like to their parents or something are like, "Look, mom, like it's the first girl. It's like the first one." Like that's so
great.
inspiring to me to be able to like show them like an
Good
older
for
girl
you.
running fast. So yeah.
And so are you, when you race competitively, are you used to having like wall-to-wall spectators along the route?
No. Maybe on the track, around the track, but not like this. This
Not
is
2
crazy.
miles
Yeah,
long.
yeah, for real.
So this is the first time you've run it, right?
Yeah.
You're going to come back next year and defend your title?
Definitely. I think I will if I'm around. Yeah.
Please do.
Plan on it. Yeah.
And so how about the conditions today? Were they pretty good for running?
Yeah, it was a little bit hot, but I mean, it's cool compared to like 2 weeks ago, so I can't complain.
Or
but
even yesterday, for that
yeah,
matter.
yeah. And there was a nice tailwind almost the entire time.
Oh,
so,
that's good.
Yeah.
Would you rather have a tailwind or a little breeze in your face?
A tailwind.
Definitely?
Yeah, definitely. 100%.
My competitive running days are long over, but it's good to know that you appreciate a good tailwind.
Oh, yeah.
And so what do you do? What do you do in Boston? Are you
I'm still in grad school, so I have another year of graduate school and then
in the field of?
marketing and analytics.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, you can come here, and when we retire, you can come take over.
Take over.
Take over the parade committee.
We'd love that.
Finances. Well, we have a little something for you here.
Yes, on behalf of Sullivan
Oh my
Farms.
goodness.
Yes, this is your.
Thank you.
Hold that high and
Okay.
proud.
Oh, that's here.
Here we have
Congratulations.
our winner, Amalia. Amalia Dorian, everyone. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
That's for you to keep.
Oh,
You don't have to
okay,
give
all
that
right.
back.
Wow, okay. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you. Enjoy the day.
You too.
Thank you.
Sorry.
We'll see you next year.
Yeah, for sure. All right, thank you guys.
Oh, you're very
Thank you.
welcome. Thanks for being up here. Great. We're seeing a theme here, Lynn.
Yeah,
that
I think so.
These racers are not used to the energy of the crowd that you provide, especially when they come down here for the last few hundred yards.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's great. Let me just take a minute here to read the top 10 finishers. Some of these names might be familiar to you. I'll get down to the ones from Chelmsford. You met Mitchell Durbin.
This is Chelmsford.
What's that?
This is Chelmsford top 10.
Okay, great.
Oh, good. Okay.
All right. And yeah, let's do. I've just handed the top 10 from Chelmsford, so let's do them.
Great.
Okay.
Good.
We have the number 3 finisher was John Miskansky from Chelmsford. Then his time was 9:20, so that's
great.
25 seconds off the lead. Not too bad. Remember the male finisher top time is 8 minutes and 44 seconds, something
Yeah,
like
that's
that.
awesome. Wow.
Then Kenny Goodwin from North Chelmsford, Matt Monas from North Chelmsford,
Yeah.
Brett Trainer, also from North Chelmsford. There's a
Okay.
pattern developing
Wow,
here.
North Chelmsford's been running.
Xavier May from Chelmsford, he is, and he's 18. He is the winner of the
scholarship, that's right.
John Carson Scholarship.
That's excellent.
Congratulations. Anthony Mogren from North Chelmsford, Matthew Belly and Neil Verma, also from Chelmsford. Those are our and then, welcome Tom Peterson. Big round of applause for Tom
Yay,
Peterson
Tom.
here. He doesn't get it nearly often enough. And then our last 2 top 10 are Cooper Ludwar and Bobby Sullivan. Bobby Sullivan. I
Oh,
wonder
okay.
if there's a relationship.
I
there.
wonder. Is it him?
I
Is it
don't
the
know.
Bob
I
Sullivan?
don't know. But here we have the top 10 finishers for the women are a little bit more spread out. Now, those
Okay.
were all pretty concentrated. They were like in
Sure.
the top minute or two.
Yeah.
The top finisher for women who came in 1, 2, 3. She was looking for her. Anyway, it was Cara Haas
Oh, okay, I
a
recognize
name that should
name.
be familiar to you. She's a former winner of this race multiple times. She came in number 60th overall.
Good for her.
Tyler Martins from Chelmsford.
Okay.
Kate Leonard from Chelmsford. These are your top 10 women finishers from Chelmsford. Mia McCusker.
Okay.
And then Chloe Michaud, Julianne Clark, Caitlin Morfessi, Estelle McCormick, April Mendez, Lauren Cummings. Congratulations to all of them.
Chelmsford.
Right?
Yes.
Chelmsford, our Chelmsford participants, we salute you and thank you for running. And you know, I think next year we need to have the top 10 finishers under 10 years old.
That would be fun.
Wouldn't that be fun?
That would be, because I'll tell you, it's great to see them.
It is.
It's amazing, amazing. You know, I think I'm hearing sirens coming. Do you?
Well, I
How
maybe.
close are we, Lieutenant? Okay.
All right.
The parade is on the bridge, so get ready.
Right. So the amazing thing about this parade, aside from the organization that goes into it, is that there is another team up at the McCarthy parking lot herding cats.
They are.
There's no other way to describe it.
No, organized chaos.
Especially those of you with your antique cars. You know, we're on the lookout for you because you kind of show up with your antique car and say, hey, I want to be in the parade.
And we let them.
We let them, of course we do. We
Not
might
a
not know
problem.
anything about them, but...
No,
now,
but that's okay.
We wouldn't turn down a stray fire engine or two that
Never.
showed up.
Nope.
Right?
No, you know what, actually, the last message I got was like 9:30 last night. If somebody wants to be in the parade and just shows up, we let them. They'll be at the end probably, but join us. It's not a problem.
Right. Well, we know who's going to be at the end.
Yes.
It's your perennial parade committee member, Sam Chase.
Yes.
In his 67 Dodge Dart, I think it is.
I forget what it is, but yes, Sam will be the end.
We'll know it when we see it, right?
Yep. And actually, just before Sam is going to be the Chelmsford Business Association float with the, I can't think of the name of the band. The band that plays at Fenway. Hot Tamale Brass Band. And they play at Fenway at the end of each game.
Right.
And that is the honorable mention float winner. So it'll be good to see that.
And, you know, I have to say, one of the groups from Canada that couldn't make it this year that I always look forward to is Funky Carnival.
Right.
And you know these folks when you see them because they have these outrageous outfits, metal hats, you know,
the colanders on their heads, yep.
So maybe we'll get them back next year.
I hope so. I hope so. Yeah.
So, you know, we have such a wonderful day here. I wouldn't be surprised if those of you watching at home live see this beautiful setting that we have here. A few little puffy clouds. It's like maybe 73 degrees.
It's perfect. Perfect.
Come on down.
Yep.
Come on down to the country fair. Come on down to the art societies. And you know, there might be a stray fire engine or two hanging around. Last night, in the run-up, the fire department had one of its fire engines over there.
Yes.
And I have these 7- and 5-year-old great nieces and nephew who showed up, and they got to sit in the driver's seat of the fire engine.
They must have been thrilled.
Such a thrill.
Did they take the train ride that the Rotary
They
does?
did.
Okay.
They did.
Good.
They got the personal seal of approval from
Nice.
town manager, Paul Cohen. Right.
That's awesome.
And so, what do we got here? All right. This is our actual number. This is how the order that people are going to show up. I'm leaving that to you, Lynn.
Oh, gee, thanks.
As the secretary, organization is your thing.
But we have more than one copy, so that's all right.
Well, okay.
You
Maybe
want
I'll
one?
take a copy too.
Yeah.
And Tom wants
Tom,
back.
get on the camera. Thank you to Tom for everything he does. So we hear sirens. It's close. And once we see it coming, you got to clear the road. So be prepared. It's on its way.
And you know, we've had now the male and female winners for the Carson Road Race. Bob Sullivan, if you're within the sound of our voice, or John Carson, if you're within the sound of our voice, come on up to the reviewing stand. Let's talk a little bit about the race and the background and your involvement in it. We still have time.
Yep. You know, up here, the Minutemen are coming.
That's right.
The crowds are fabulous. It's amazing how many people are here, but there's still room for more. And
right.
for those of you that are watching live on Chelmsford TeleMedia, welcome. Glad you could view us by TV.
Absolutely, absolutely.
I have family actually in California and Florida. My sister and brother-in-law, Bob Hughes and Jeannie Marcella, are watching from Naples, Florida.
There you go.
And
At
then
least
a
they're
lot
in
of
the same time zone.
Same time zone, exactly. And a lot of family and friends up in New Hampshire and all over the place. And,
Right.
and my sister Sue in Florida. And it's nice for them to be able to just link on and be able to watch it.
Right. And, you know, next to the spring session of annual town meeting, when the budget gets passed for the coming year, this is the highlight of the Chelmsford social calendar.
Yes,
right?
it is. This is the biggest event of the year. And I think everybody in town should be very proud for all the people that put a lot of work into this. And again, we've gone through the police, the fire, the DPW. It's amazing.
Now, those of you who are veteran observers of the parade and are paying close attention might think that something is missing from up here with us.
I know.
We have an MIA commentator, and that's because he got kicked upstairs. This of course is Jeff Hardy, who is the co-chair of the parade committee, but also now he's on the select board.
Yes, he is.
So he's going to be coming by us, and you can give him a round of applause, and then he'll scurry up and join us.
He was looking forward. He's riding in the parade in a 57 Chevy golf cart.
There you go.
That was graciously donated to the parade committee by the late Harold and Dottie Kesey.
Who knew that Chevy made golf carts?
Apparently they did. So Jeff is going to be riding in that, and then once he wants to get through the center to see everybody, and he'll join us.
That's terrific. All right, I was mistaken.
Why?
I said that there are 4 cameras here. We've got one up here on the reviewing stand, one across the street, one up there, and one down here. And we have a 5th, our roving camera down here at ground level. So Tom is in the control truck, like furiously switching back and forth between them.
Amazing.
If we can't get a good shot, something's going wrong here.
Yep. Got it all covered. Do you remember when somebody used to be up in the bucket with the camera?
Yes. And I have the story there.
Oh, okay.
Only one person is from our staff is authorized to be up on that bucket truck, and that's Tom.
Okay.
And he's running the show, so
can't do it.
Can't do it. But that's just remote, you know.
Yeah, that's awesome.
This is the amazing thing about TV camera technology. Many of you know that a great number of the town boards and committees have their meetings broadcast live.
Yes.
And there's no camera person.
Nobody there.
There's little remote cameras in the room.
Okay, we have it beginning. Our bicycle police officers, thank you.
So we're going to begin. So those of you still
Chelmsford's finest.
Those of you still on the street, we'd ask you to move to the side, please, and take up your position for viewing this amazing parade. Which, all right, so it's 11:15. Lynn, do you think we'll make the 12 o'clock?
I don't know. My lunch might be late.
Okay, we'll have to figure this out.
We'll see. We shall see. The wind isn't helping, is it?
No, it is not.
But it feels good.
You can tuck this into this little pocket here.
I think I will. If I can.
Okay.
Okay.
There. Crisis averted.
Thank you.
Well, and you know, it's only fitting that the first entry in the parade is the police department, honor guard, and their senior staff, because they are the ones that are with us 24/7, keeping an eye on things. They were here this morning for the flag raising ceremony. And Officer came in singing the Star Spangled Banner.
He did a wonderful job again.
He does.
Yes.
I'm jealous. I sing a lot, but I was jealous.
I believe he is also going to sing at the start of the parade.
He might do that. Yes.
Here he is.
There
All
he
right,
is.
Kenny, thank you.
Do you have a microphone? Oh, okay. Because I got one here I can sell to you. You know, cheap. All right.
You're on.
So we'll wait until the police honor guard gets here. crowd has assembled. You know, it was pretty sparse around 8:30 this morning, but wow, there's 6, 8, 10 people deep here along the sideline.
Yeah.
Hanging from the lampposts almost. Got to get that last piece of pizza across the street. All right, they're waiting for the honor guard to catch up with them.
And welcome Chelmsford to our 4th of July parade. It has started.
It has. The 57th annual 4th of July parade. It might be the 249th anniversary birthday of our nation, but it's the 57th 4th of July parade for sure. Not to stand on ceremony here, but it is tradition to stand when the flag of the United States passes you by.
Uh-oh.
It's all right. It's a non-essential part. And now we're going to have the Star Spangled Banner sung by Officer Kenny Meehan. Please rise.
By the dawn's early light, what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight for the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. And the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Thank you, Officer Kenny Meehan.
Thank you to our Chelmsford Police Department. On our motorcycle unit is Detective Chris Marty and Officer David Boyle. The lead cruiser is Officer Riley O'Keefe. And the Chelmsford Police Department Honor Guard includes Commander Lieutenant Bill Carlo, Bob Brown, Ryan McCarthy, Aidan Gillis, Derek Hill, Rob Riordan, Chris Chipnick, and singing the national anthem again was Sergeant Kenny Meehan. Chief of Police and Deputy Chief of Police, Chief Colin Spence and Deputy Chief Gary Hannigan. We thank them for all the help they give us. We also have the Chelmsford Police Community Resource Dog with Officer Dan Sullivan and Officer Ozzy, who is our resource dog.
Yeah, so we have cruiser number 25, I think probably passed. There it is right up there. With Ozzy's unit operated by mechanic Todd Berry. Todd's keeping the CPD fleet running and looking good since 2010.
Wow, huh? He's
Thank
been with us a long time. And we also have the NEMLEC SWAT Bearcat vehicle, the Northeast Mass Law Enforcement Council, a consortium of police agencies.
Kelly, you're on the wrong headset.
We're having technical difficulties. We'll get there. So we appreciate our police department being with us today. Now approaching the reviewing stand is the Chelmsford Select Board with Chair Erin Drew, Aaron Cunningham, Jeffrey Hardy, Patrick Maloney, Pat Rojas, and Town Manager Paul Cohen, who started it with our town in November of 2006. We welcome and thank you all for being here.
Thank you very much. Aaron, take it away.
What a beautiful day, huh?
Yes.
I just want to give a huge, huge thank you to our parade committee. This event is really like the highlight of the year for so many people, for so many friends and neighbors. It's so incredible to see everybody here. You know, today we come together, we honor our past, and we celebrate our freedom. And I hope you all enjoy the time with your friends and family and your neighbors here. And happy 4th.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, everybody. Okay, next we have State Senator Mike Barrett. Say hi, hello to Senator Mike Barrett, whose district includes Chelmsford and 8 other communities.
He's carrying his own banner. Of course.
Thank you for joining us. So he is a strong supporter of environmental measures, and he serves as Senate Chair of the Legislative Committee on Telecommunications, Utilities, and Energy. This committee oversees everything from cell phones to alternative energy and public utility reform. Thank you for joining us. We're having a few technical difficulties still, but we will be with you shortly. So you hear the fire engines, and before the fire engines, we have some of our state representatives. We have State Rep Jim Arciero. He's represented the portion of Chelmsford in the 2nd Middlesex District in the Massachusetts legislature since 2009. His focus has been adequate funding for the state's education, transportation, and safety needs, protecting access to reproductive care, services for veterans and their families, and creating strong policies for economic development. Welcome, Representative Arciero. And with him also is State Representative Simon Cataldo, now serving his 2nd term as the state rep for the 14th Middlesex District, which includes all of Carlisle and parts of Acton, Concord, and precincts 7 through 11 in Chelmsford. After graduating from college in 2008, he joined Teach to America, teaching chemistry and math to students in Harlem, and he also taught them how to play lacrosse.
Okay, we'd like to welcome, thank you, Rep Arciero, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you. Thank you.
Cataldo.
Thank you very much.
There's also Simon Cataldo with him. Well, we'd like to welcome our parade marshal, George Dixon. George is a lifelong resident of Chelmsford. He graduated from Chelmsford High in 1964, a standout three-sport athlete. His senior year, he played on the first untied and undefeated football team in the town's history. After graduating, he married the love of his life, late Terry Dixon, and graduated from Lowell Tech with a degree in business administration. After that, he embarked on a long career in real estate development and management. But you don't know him for that. You know him for his many years of volunteer service to charitable organizations here in town, such as Camp Paul, St. John the Evangelist Church, and the Chelmsford Democratic Town Committee. He's affectionately called Bucko by his friends, and George is also well known for being a town meeting rep for more than 2 decades. And I don't know if this is a record or not. He served 6 consecutive terms on our select board.
Sounds like a record to me.
George,
I
I see that you have a microphone in your hand. The stage is yours.
Oh, thank you. I just wanted to say happy 4th to everybody. Thank you for coming out. I'm glad it's a beautiful day. It's always a great day here. It's a beautiful, great town. And I just want to thank everybody that had a part of this. Everybody contributed. You guys worked awful hard.
Well, we appreciate you, George. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
All right.
Thank you.
In a stylish car driven by Charlie Rogers, I might add.
Yes.
Congratulations, George. Well deserved. He is the epitome of the good friend, and he exemplifies exactly what a public servant and a town leader should be. Congratulations again.
Okay, we have the Chelmsford Fire Department coming up, and marching will be Chief Gary Ryan, Deputy Chief Ryan Houle, and Pastor Ryan Reverly. The apparatus lineup includes a 1935 Maxim driven by firefighter Don Cole, a 1967 Maxim driven by Andy Miku, Ladder 1, Rob Albin, Engine 1, Casey Phelan, Engine 3, Ken LeBrecq, Engine 4, Josh Turner, staff car Jeff Kinsella. And we'll let them blow their sirens for a little bit.
For a while. They never come quietly, it seems.
No, thank you.
I will say that these 1935 Maxims take a lot of TLC to keep running. Hard to get parts. Some of you might remember that up until recently, Chelmsford had to order special ladder trucks with a low clearance because they wouldn't fit in the old center fire station. Now we have all the equipment that's really necessary to fight fires in town. This is ladder 1, driven by firefighter Rob Albin. Sorry, took me a while to call that one up. Now you might wonder, with all the fire trucks in the parade, who's minding the store? They have a special arrangement with the surrounding communities to cover for us in case there were actually to be a fire here. Although if there were a fire here in the center, they'd be right on the job, right? This is engine 1, driven by Casey Phelan.
Oh my God, this looks like a record number. I don't think I've seen this many.
It's fun. If you like fire engines, this is the place to be.
Wow.
Here comes engine 4, driven by Josh Turner, firefighter Josh Turner. Now our parade is so popular that there are fire departments from around the area that insist on coming here and participating with us.
They do. We got messages from all over last night saying they wanted to be here.
For example, here's Boxborough. I don't think
Wonder
they were on
Woman.
my list.
I don't think I've seen this many.
No, this is great. Here comes one from Groton. Welcome, Billerica, firefighters. Welcome.
Thank you. I don't know where they put all those trucks up at McCarthy.
You know?
It must have been organized chaos.
This is a Crown fire truck. There was a time when this company Crown built most of the fire trucks in the U.S.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And buses.
And And here comes Smokey the Bear.
Right, riding on an antique truck from the Mass Fire Control.
Mm-hmm. What does Smokey say? Only you can prevent forest fires?
Right. He's had a pretty easy spring and early summer. We've had a good slug of rain, so
yeah, yep.
It's not as bad as it could have been.
Thanks, Smokey. Okay, and this is the Mass Fire Control vehicle. Thank you for coming from the Conservation Department.
One more antique truck from Groton.
A lot.
So as we were saying, that's a bunch of fire trucks, a lot more than we usually see. We saw trucks from Billerica and Groton and Boxford and DCR. And, of course, Smokey the Bear. Who doesn't like Smokey the Bear? And we'd like to welcome up here to the reviewing stand Jeff Hardy, one of the co-chairs of the parade committee, but more recently elected to the select board in town.
Yes, welcome, Jeff.
He's getting all set up.
Did I miss anything fun?
Yeah.
Not much. No, we're good. A few spilled drinks, but we're good.
Yeah.
Coming up are this year's hometown heroes, the Merrimack Valley Vietnam vets. Always great to have you with us. And the vets themselves, in turn, wish to express their sincere thanks to the Chelmsford community for more than 40 years of welcoming us home. Now, every Memorial Day, these vets hold a Flags to Remember event when they place flags that represent a soldier who has fallen since 9/11.
And thank you. They deserve a standing
Welcome,
ovation
ladies
for
and
sure.
gentlemen.
Thank you, gentlemen and ladies.
Lynn, as you know, it's not just the fighters, but it's their families they left behind that are still here.
That's right. We thank them very much.
Yeah, the Vietnam vets have been here. Here they are on a transport by Little Eddie Landscaping. Thank you for that. And gentlemen,
Thank
we
you,
welcome
gentlemen.
you. Thank you for your service.
Thank you.
Recognition that's long overdue and welcomed, I'm sure.
We have some great military vehicles following. Thank you for joining us.
And of course, we can't forget our prisoners of war and missing in action, many of whom are still unaccounted for. We never forget.
Merrimack Valley Vietnam veterans, we appreciate you. Thank you. Bill Ricker, DAV, joining us too. Thank you.
They're out in force this year.
Yes, they are. Great. This is quite the vehicle.
It is.
Looks like a 71 Army something. And coming up, we have Congresswoman Lori Trahan.
Hi everyone. I can't tell you how great it is to be home and to Tracy in Chelmsford, Massachusetts, after a grueling week in Washington. So I want you all to have a great 4th of July. It is such a great tradition and honor for us to see you every single year on this awesome holiday. Thank you so much. Happy 4th.
Thank you, Lori.
Thank you.
Thank you, Congresswoman.
Lori, did you get the last flight out of town last night?
Congresswoman Lori Trahan. She was first elected to Congress in 2019, and she represents the 3rd District, including Chelmsford and her hometown of Lowell. For her, serving as the honor of a lifetime.
We appreciate her joining us today. Thank you.
And she's popular not just because she's distributing Tootsie Pops.
Aha.
And you know, to that point, this is not the only parade in the area.
No.
And yet we get our congresswoman, we get our state senator, we get our town reps to come. They understand and appreciate what Chelmsford does, what it represents, and are happy to serve for them.
They do. We appreciate them being here because it is, I mean, some of them are going from parade to parade.
Exactly.
You know, they start in the morning and they end tonight, so it's nice to have them here. Next, we have Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Jay Lang, and school committee members Dennis King, Diana LeBeau, Susan McKinnon, John Moses, and Maria Santos. Thank you, Jay.
Folks, this is another one of those offices here in town. These people are just tireless in their efforts on the part of our students. We so appreciate what they do.
Yes, dedicated is the best word, I would say. They're amazing.
I mean, often the select board gets a lot of the focus, but I don't think there's a more selfless position in town to volunteer for than being on the school committee.
Certainly is.
I would say the planning board gets the most heat. But, you know, school committee, you got to deal with parents and kids and et cetera, et cetera.
So coming up, we have the Chelmsford Department of Public Works. The parade committee would like to thank the DPW who works and helps us give everything all year long. They help with the hanging of banners, setting up of the reviewing stand, camera stand, and of course mowing the lawns to get ready for the big day. So we appreciate our DPW very much. And also with them are vehicles from the Chelmsford Water District. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, hey, I'm a little thirsty
Thank
out
you.
there. What do you got?
Hey, got some water?
Oh, there's some pretty nasty hoses in the back. You better be careful what you ask for.
All right, so coming up is our one and only Chelmsford High School Marching Band, sponsored by Dolan Funeral Home. You know, this parade is one of their enduring traditions. It's representing us, and they represent us all across the country and around the world. 2 months ago, they performed in concert with the Boston Brass, a brass quintet, at the high school's Rondina Performing Arts Center. Let's have a listen. Fantastic. Things have evolved since my time. In fact, they had 3 conductors. We had one drum major.
Exactly. That was
coming up are the Suburbanettes, the world famous Suburbanettes, our homegrown baton and twirling team. We're so happy to have them with us again, as always. They've been with us for 49 years. They've performed all over New York, Washington, Bermuda, Disney World, Ireland, and Russia.
Wow. Wow, wow. And they put on a great performance last night. Did you see that? They were fabulous.
They currently are the Massachusetts State Champions and Northeast Regional Champions for team and individuals, as well as the Twirl Mania International Champions.
Great job, girls.
Next summer, they're going to France to Euro Disney to perform there.
Wow.
They're directed by Christina Rapucci Schifres and coached by Amy Melanson, Alana Grandin, Katie Lemasurier, and Joel Claudio. Congratulations, ladies.
Great job. Thank you. Coming up, we have a float from the Wish Project. The Wish Project is celebrating 20 years of giving extraordinary kindness from ordinary goods. We are grateful for the support of our wonderful community. The Wish Project has helped over 50,000 people each year establish long-term residency by providing clothing, basic home goods, and baby goods. Only when people have their basic needs met can they move forward and out of social services system. The demand is great and the support is amazing, and we appreciate you being here. Thank you.
Hey, we have some Minutemen coming. You think there's a war on? All I know is that we have always welcomed the representation of the Chelmsford Minutemen. They're sponsored by the Chelmsford Lumber Company. We call them the Chelmsford Minutemen, but actually, technically, they are the 6th Middlesex Regiment.
Yes.
And they represent the American men who fought in the American Revolution from the town of Chelmsford. Their outfits are typical of clothing worn by the farmers and merchants of that day, and everything they wear and carry is historically accurate. They're led by Captain John Greenwood and Sergeant Jim Curley. Now, not that long ago, on April 19th, they participated in the 250th anniversary of that fateful and historic day in Chelmsford. They made the 12-mile march, along with a lot of citizens, from Chelmsford Common to the North Bridge, just as our forefathers did in 1775.
Welcome, thank you. They have quite a group this year.
Let's see, we have some Minutemen in training.
And the Chelmsford Minutemen are sponsored by Chelmsford Lumber Company, itself an institution in the town. Many of our town's quintessential federal homes are graced by Chelmsford Lumber's building materials and home improvement products. They're located in South Chelmsford on Concord Road. They provide excellent, high-quality materials and super customer service. Thank you for being a sponsor.
And Chelmsford Lumber has been a sponsor of the parade for many, many years now. We truly appreciate that. They continue to join us every year, and it's very appreciated. Okay, next we have the Uncle Sam Jazz Band, sponsored by the C.A. Parley Farm in South Chelmsford. The Uncle Sam Jazz Band is dressed in traditional red, white, and blue and plays patriotic tunes in traditional New Orleans style and rhythms. Their aim is to keep patriotic music alive. Feel free to sing along with them as they march by. The Uncle Sam Jazz Band has performed in July 4th parades, Flag Day parades, and town celebrations throughout New England. Hello, Jaden and RJ. Thank you, C.A. Parley Farm, another long-time supporter of the parade.
Now we are joined by the Division I baseball champion Chelmsford High School Lions. Great job, guys. Thanks for sticking around for a few days this summer.
Thank you for joining us. Congratulations.
You know, they came from obscurity.
Good job. Thank you.
This is the first time the Chelmsford won the state championship in 59 years.
Wow, awesome. Next, we have the Bishop Rocco Council of the Knights of Columbus. It is a Catholic fraternal group that serves the communities of Chelmsford, Westford, and Littleton. They aim to provide charitable service in support of faith, family, community, and life. Thank you for joining us.
Followed closely behind by one of our great bands that comes, the Worcester Kilty Pipe Band. Welcome back. This is a grade 2 pipe band. That means they're very good.
Yes.
This band, they are under the direction of Major Dave Methven and lead drummer Colin Lunt. They were formed in 1916. I think this is a 1932 Austin.
I think so. It's beautiful. I love it.
Owned by the late Howard Ryan.
Next, we have the Patriots cheerleaders and Pat Patriot, all the way from Gillette Stadium. Welcome, the 2025 New England Patriot cheerleaders.
Are you veterans or rookies? One of each. All right, welcome.
Thank you for joining us. And they are sponsored today by Red Mill Graphics. We appreciate them joining us.
And they spent the whole morning taking pictures with anybody who asked.
I bet.
Followed by the Drum and Bugle Corps of the Spartans, who are back from Nashua, founded in 1955. It's 150 members here.
Wow.
And they're all here today, I'm sure, all 15 to 21 years in age. They are the 6-time Open Class DCI champions. Each summer they embark on an 8,000-mile tour representing New England everywhere in Indiana and also at Drum Corps International. They leave tomorrow for Lexington, South Carolina.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So let's give them a huge Chelmsford send-off. Yeah, baby. The Spartans Drum and Bugle Corps from Nashua, New Hampshire. Thank you for being back with us again this year.
Thank you.
And good luck in Lexington.
They are sponsored by our good friends from Enterprise Bank, who have partnered with Rockland Trust. Enterprise has been a long-time sponsor of this parade, and we appreciate their support every year.
I don't see too many flutes and clarinets in that mix, do you? I'll tell you, as an old high school drummer.
No, Kelly, I didn't
Beautiful.
see any recorders.
Wow. So next we have our friends at Enterprise Bank. On July 1st, Rockland Trust and Enterprise joined forces, united two strong banks committed to meeting the needs of their communities. Rockland Trust was founded 115 years ago, and it's happy to share that all Enterprise Bank branches will remain open through this joining of their institutions. We would like to wish and thank our friends at Enterprise, these guys here that have been great parade supporters for all these years. We thank you and we wish you all well.
Good luck on your new partnership.
Yes. You guys have been great. Thank you. Thank you. Keep it up. We appreciate all of you.
You know, it's the way of the financial world. Small banks merge to be bigger, stronger banks.
Yes.
To compete in a very competitive marketplace.
That's for sure. And this Enterprise Bank, and I think Rockland will do the same, has supported us for so many years, and they participate. They don't just give the money; they participate, which is fabulous. Thank you all.
Looks like next year they're going to bring a dance team. I think.
That would be great.
And I've talked to a lot of the current employees, and they're very confident that the bank will keep its local feel,
I think
which is
so.
fantastic.
Yeah. So next we have.
We've got more. Look at all the candy
More,
flowing.
yeah. Oh, look at this. One door opens and another closes.
There you go.
That's awesome.
Very nice.
Good. Thank you.
Great thematic float.
Great job. Thank you. Appreciate it. It looks like Elvis is in the building.
from Party Solutions, based in Woburn. Party Solutions provides character actors from everyone from Austin Powers to Lady Gaga to Elvis, obviously, followed by the Chelmsford Public Library, which is celebrating summer reading on the road. They brought their pop-up library truck, which was funded through community donations. Visits many locations around town, schools, playgrounds, senior living centers. Wherever you see the pop-up library truck, be sure to stop and say hi.
What do? Okay, next we have the Chelmsford Community Band, which is sponsored by Wholesome. Founded in 1972, the Chelmsford Community Concert and Jazz Band consists of 60 volunteer musicians from all walks of life. Many of them have stopped playing after high school or college, then rediscovered their love of music after joining the band. Let's take a listen.
Have a seat.
And they gave us a great show last night to end the evening.
Yes, they did. They were fabulous last night. So together, the two groups play 15 concerts per year, including each Tuesday at 7 p.m. on Chelmsford Common during the summer. They're supported entirely by donations and small grants. For more information, visit chelmsfordcommunityband.com or go to the group's Facebook page.
And we also see one of the great antique farm trucks provided by Bob Greenwood. We have a special commentator here for our parade. We've been joined by our parade marshal, George Dixon. Say hi to the crowd, George.
Hi, George.
Good morning, everybody. How are you, Lynn?
Good to see you. Thank you.
Stick around. We could use your
beautiful day for you guys. You know, I know that you have a guy that's special. He picks the weather especially for this.
I think so.
So he guaranteed that there'd be no rain and nothing, and he was right again.
That's good.
I make a phone call and it works out.
Yes.
What do you think of all these tractors? Thank you.
These are all provided by Bob Greenwood, a lifelong resident. He's been putting these tractors into the parade for the past 9 years. They're a mix of, for those aficionados out there, a mix of international farm-oil tractors and Ford tractors. He and all the drivers love coming out every year to be part of this parade. Now, I need to tell you, I'm from a farm in California, and I learned to drive a tractor, stick and all, before I ever learned to drive a car.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Good for you.
It's always fun being up at the beginning of the parade and watching all the tractors arrive together.
I bet it is, yeah. He's got quite a collection. It's
George,
amazing.
you've been around a while. You probably remember farms and tractors here in town?
Yeah, I was before the tractors. No tractors in North Chelmsford, just mills. But I'll tell you, I want to thank everybody here. I mean, I know it's a 52-week a year.
Oh, we take a month off, George.
No, I don't believe it. You pretend you do, but you're working. You don't even take a week off.
Well, we appreciate it. We appreciate you joining us.
It was a great turnout. It was a beautiful turnout coming in.
Oh, it was incredible. The amount of people up the other end of the street.
Yeah, it was.
Lynn, you have to come ride next year.
I just may.
I want to thank you guys really very much.
You're very welcome.
Marco,
thank you for many years and decades of service to the town.
Oh, thank you. It was a pleasure. God bless America, and God bless all you guys, okay?
All right.
Thank you, George.
Thank you.
We appreciate you. Thank you. Now we have the Chelmsford Mothers Club. The Chelmsford Mothers Club is a volunteer-led nonprofit organization. They've been active since the 1990s, supporting mothers of infants and young children in Chelmsford and nearby communities. This is a thriving, inclusive community where mothers find both friendship and practical support through a rich mix of social get-togethers, parenting, education, kid-friendly events, and volunteering. Chelmsford Mothers Club fosters meaningful connections and growth, with their motto being, give what you can and take what you need.
Only.
Okay, coming up, we have iPods for Wounded Vets. The iPods for Wounded Vets help servicemen and women who saw duty in Kuwait, Iraq, and Afghan wars. Volunteer teams bring them gifts of electronics like headphones, tablets, and Bluetooth speakers, along with military baseball caps, magazines, and letters of encouragement. And I believe today they're going to be doing a special presentation to a veteran. So we'll see what we have here.
My name is Paul Cadelli, United States Vietnam Air Force veteran. We're giving away a 50-inch Hisense TV to Best Buy in Chelmsford Committee and iPods for the veterans with a 2-year warranty on it. And the TV's in the truck. So she's going to pick it, and let's see if we got the winner wrong. I think it's Rob Albon. And it's 508-201-3133. Rob Albon. Once, twice, three. We'll get a hold of it. All right. Thanks, everybody, for the donations. Congratulations to a tremendous parade today. Thank you.
Thank you very much. The iPods for Wounded Veterans, a terrific organization. So thrilled to have you with us again this year. This is the kind of service organization behind the scenes that does so much for our veterans, and we're happy to be able to honor you here today.
Is that Rod Stewart I hear coming?
Might be, might be.
My goodness. Sure sounds like him. So a longtime participant in our parade, Rick Larimore and the Rodettes, and they are transported by Muir Seal Coating and sponsored by 3E Moving and Storage. Welcome back, Rick Larimore. He's got an uncanny resemblance to the great rocker Rod Stewart, and his energy and humor have gained him thousands of loyal fans across the country and made him an enduring part of our parade. Thanks, Rick, for joining us again.
Joined by the Rodettes. This is a novel one. This is a 1961 Chevy Corvette, restored with a few modern updates, owned by Mike Harm and Lori Haler of Westford, Massachusetts. Welcome.
Thank you. It's beautiful.
First timers. We'll see you again next year.
What a beautiful car.
You know, as the owner of a 1999 car, I can appreciate how hard it is to find parts for a car that old. You know,
and thank you to our friends at 3E Moving and Storage. They're back with us again this year. They're a full-service moving company in North Chelmsford. They separate themselves from the largest competitors through unwavering dedication to service, a focus on quality, and respect for their customers. From a simple rearrangement to an entire home or office, they will move you. And I can vouch for that because they've moved my office twice. So thank you, 3E Moving and Storage. We appreciate you. And we have the Cub Scouts. Cub Scout family is oriented programs for boys and girls in kindergarten through 5th grade, part of the broader Scouting American organization. It aims to develop character, citizenship, and personal fitness through fun, interactive activities like earning badges, participating in outdoor events, and building friendships. Thank you, Scouts.
and I think we've got more Scouts coming up, too.
I think so. Oof.
It's nice to see the Scouts back.
And you know, you see the banners there. I knew that there were 2 or 3 packs here in town, and they're all represented.
Yeah, thank you. So what do we have here? We have pack 107. Thank you. Good job.
As well as Pack 81.
Yeah, pack 81's following along. And pack 70. Good group. I'm glad to see them all together.
And thanks to Mom and Dad for marching along with them.
Yes. Thanks for joining us, kids. Have fun. Okay, coming up is WCAP AM 98, and they are broadcasting the parade live today, so we thank them and appreciate them for joining us. Thank you. And behind them is the Chelmsford Democratic Town Committee. The Chelmsford Democratic Town Committee is dedicated to promoting good government and civic involvement. It meets the last Thursday of the month at the police training room. In the car, along with co-chair Sam Polton, is last year's honoree activist Lorena Betts. Lorena is being honored for her work with the Peacemakers Network for organizing Chelmsford Connected, the chapter of Indivisible, the No Kings Rally, and for collecting donations for the Wish Project and the Chelmsford Food Pantry.
And we're going to squeeze in. We have a special guest here. This is Lou DeStassi, who was the coach for the championship, Chelmsford High School. How did you manage that? That was against all odds. You made the state championship.
Oh, I don't think it was against all odds. Our boys were awesome. We were awesome for years, and those kids thought they were going to win the state title, and they competed for 5 straight games, and they won it.
And you had some tense moments there.
Oh,
extra inning games, 1-0 games, right?
Yes.
You brought the championship trophy with us.
We did. Every game was tense.
Fantastic. You guys definitely earned this.
Thank you.
And Evan Kabrensky's my next door neighbor.
Oh, I love
and I
Evan.
told his dad, I said, you're going to be in the parade.
Yeah, no, Evan was awesome. He's been a catalyst for us for 3 years now, and I'm glad that he went out on top.
Well, I hope this is the first of many more down the road, Lou. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you very much for having us. Thank you, guys.
The Italian-American Band was formed in 2000 and hails from Lawrence. Also performs at festivals and parades in the area. See him later this summer in Boston's North End celebration.
Oh, and here come the Pirates. The Pirates are in the house. These are the Massachusetts Pirates. They're members of the Indoor Football League, and they were the 2021 United Bowl champions. They played their home games at Strongest Center. They've got a game coming up on the 25th against the Bay Area Panthers. So for tickets, go to masspiratesfootball.com.
And next we have Clowning for Kids, sponsored by Milltown Plumbing. Clowning for Kids was founded and is an all-volunteer public charity formed in 2008 for the sole purpose of helping children in need under the age of 16 through the art of clowning. Clowns in the Clowning for Kid Foundation range in age from 8 years old to young at heart. Each personality is friendly and enjoys giving their time and talent to help children. We hope by sharing our laughter and resources, we will bring genuine smiles to children of all ages. Thank you for joining us again this year, and thank you to Milltown Plumbing for sponsoring.
Great little sleight of hand there right in front of us. I don't know how he did that.
Thank you. I love the bubble machine.
I like to prefer that over the candy. Much safer.
And of course, we thank Milltown Plumbing for their sponsorship. They are one of Chelmsford's go-to crews for all things involving home comfort.
Yes.
In fact, they donate $1,000 every month to local charities. They have big hearts, big skills, and they're big on community. Thank you for being with us.
Thank you, Milltown.
And the gentleman on the back of the coach has been sitting there for probably 3 hours. I had to wake him up to tell him the parade was starting.
And this is a 1954 Land Rover. It was originally shipped to Australia in pieces inside a crate. It was assembled there and spent its working life in Australia. It was imported to Texas and has served as a ranch hack for over a decade until arriving here at the mid-2010s. It's now enjoying an extended retirement.
And here's something to spice up our parade. This is the Veronica Robles Mexican Dancers, sponsored by Tesco Associates. They're a fixture in Boston's Latin music scene. Dancers present dances from Mexico, Peru, Chile, and many other countries. They're proud to express their joy and beauty of their cultures through dance.
Thank you. And thank you for Tesco, another great sponsor again this year.
Maybe I'll get a salsa lesson down the road.
That would be fun.
Well,
can we tape that, Kelly?
We want to welcome back the Acton Minutemen, who led the advance against the British forces at the Old North Bridge. In that battle, one of their members, Isaac Davis, lost his life. He became the first commissioned officer to die in battle. 2 other Acton men would also die that day. Today, their Minutemen march in their honor, and they're led by Captain Steve Crosby.
Next, we have the Chelmsford Girls Softball League. The Chelmsford Girls Softball League provides a recreational and competitive softball program for girls in Chelmsford of all skill levels, from beginner to advanced, and typically from 4 to 16 in age. The players learn fundamental softball skills, teamwork, and sportsmanship, and find personal growth through fun and inclusive team experiences. Thanks, girls.
Here come a couple of characters from Party Solutions. 4 and the hammer.
And next we have GM Cole Landscaping with their tractors.
Oh, they're coming fast and furious now. They're trying to make that 12 noon deadline.
Yep.
This is great.
I love having all these tractors.
Here.
Okay.
This looks like a vintage Ford Mustang.
Okay, and next we have the Asian American Cultural Center. And they are sponsored by Brian Boyle Electric, and they are transported by Demers Landscaping. Cultural Center, sponsored by Brian Boyle Electric. Thank you, Brian.
And we got some vehicles coming up. I see what looks like a 1970 Corvette.
I'd say that's more like 86.
Would you now?
Yeah.
Okay. I wouldn't know.
Beautiful truck. Thank you.
Oh, here's the Shriners. They were the first group to show up this morning.
They have quite a few vehicles this time, huh?
Oh, there was a bunch of them.
Thank you for joining us. This is the Chelmsford Republican Town Committee.
And they're in the parade today in memory of longtime Chelmsford resident Doreen Vessler, who passed away 2 days ago.
Oh, sorry to hear that. Okay, this vehicle here, what do you think? It's a last minute.
67?
442, thank you. It's beautiful. Thank you for joining us.
A lot of sheet metal there. Followed up by a 1981 Cadillac sedan.
Yeah. And here comes the 1970 Corvette right behind it.
I'm not sure they drive it with the trunk open like that all the time, but maybe.
Oh, they've got the flag. Looks nice.
Lots of headroom in there for cowboy hats.
Crusaders.
This is great. Great day to have a convertible, let me say. I love how the leather matches the color of the car. That's great.
It's beautiful.
We have a little pause here, and I want to just remind everybody that there's more going on here in town. For those of you who are watching this live or here live, than the parade. When the parade concludes, I encourage you wholeheartedly to go across the street to the Chelmsford Art Center, where Center for the Arts, where the Art Society invites you to their exciting show. And at 1 o'clock, they have a raffle going that will be taken at that time. They have art displayed from 13 different towns and 9 schools. They have a lot of raffle baskets that support 2 scholarships for local high school and college students. And again, that raffle will take place at 1 o'clock. It's not too late to get in buy your raffle tickets.
No, and the artwork is beautiful. It's amazing how many talented artists we have in this area.
That's right. And again, we want to thank the Chelmsford Art Society, founded in 1970, an institution here in the town.
It is. I actually is a past president of the Chelmsford Art Society, and I ran that art show for quite a few years back in the 80s.
Well, here come the Shriners and their mini vehicles.
They have a terrific set of scale model vehicles that bring smiles wherever they go. Their goal is to have fun and to support the Aleppo Shrine in Wilmington and its Boston Burn Center. Every year, the Aleppo Shriners raise hundreds of thousands of dollars to transport injured children to hospitals. Thank you, Shriners. They do wonderful work.
Honey, I shrunk the moving van. This is...
And they are sponsored this year by Lamakia Realty.
Thank you, guys.
You wonder who makes these miniatures.
I know.
They're hilariously great.
Maybe the same person who built our golf cart.
Thank you, guys.
We got a couple characters coming up. We got Spider-Man and Captain America.
And Sonic.
Who spent all night spreading fireworks throughout the land.
Again, these characters are sponsored by Party Solutions out of Woburn. So if you want Spider-Man for your next birthday party, oh, look at that.
Whoa.
Dynamite.
And here comes the float from Lamakia Realty, which has 14 offices throughout the state, including one right here on North Road that opened in 2020. And they're located right at the next corner. So we thank them for being a sponsor again this year and for joining us. That's a great float. Thank you.
Christmas in July?
It looks like it. I love it. Brilliant idea. Lamakia put a lot of thought into this. That's a great float. Thank you.
Well, I've been waiting for the whole parade for this event. This newcomers to us, the Commonwealth Pipes and Drums, sponsored by Blake Chelmsford Funeral Home. The Commonwealth Pipes and Drums have been in existence for over a century, but they reformed in 2017. They're now based in Melrose. They're a grade 3 band that competes all up and down the East Coast in Canada. Next month, they'll travel to Glasgow in the old country for the World Pipe Band Championships. And here's a little known fact. Every year at the graduation for UMass Lowell, this group leads in all the graduates. They march in.
Isn't that wonderful?
I think they're going to play something for us here.
And thankful to our sponsors, Blake Chelmsford Funeral Home, Paul and Jen Hardy and family. They have been sponsors of the parade for many years. We appreciate them. Thank you for joining us.
Have a listen.
They're fabulous. So glad they joined us this year.
That's the Commonwealth Pipes and Drums from Melrose.
And we got our first plate vote coming up. Mahoney's Garden Center.
You know that Mahoney's was named the favorite garden center in the Merrimack Valley by the Lowell Sun's Reader's Choice Awards. This location, you know, you might have gone there to buy a potted plant or something, but they also serve as a growing site for many of the company's annuals and perennials. In fact, Uncle Mike Mahoney himself can sometimes be seen tending the plants there. I wonder if he's there. He's among the begonias.
What a beautiful float. Thank you so much.
It's really quite an extensive property they've got there.
It is. It's a long-time Lawton's florist,
Right.
and then it changed over to Mahoney's, and they've done a beautiful job.
And we have the Chelmsford Dog Association here, a nonprofit comprised of residents who promote responsible pet ownership. Bow wow. As the stewards of the dog park, we also maintain the park as an off-leash area available to exercise and socialize our pups, some of whom are present among us today.
Oh, thank you. Beautiful. Up for adoption, pets, so Lowell Humane Society, adopt a pet. And next from the Colonial Municipal Group, we have the Special Olympics vehicle, the Massachusetts Law Enforcement Torch Run for Special Olympics. This vehicle is sponsored by Colonial Automotive Group, Action Auto Tech, and the vehicle is donated by the Everett Police Department.
Now, another first-time band, if I'm not mistaken, is coming up. This is the Waltham American Legion Band. They have been playing in the United States and Europe since 1948, and in 1990, this band was the first ever to perform in Moscow's Red Square. And guess what they played?
God bless America.
God bless America. About 50 members here in this band, both civilians and veterans from Massachusetts, New Hampshire, and Rhode Island. They perform in various configurations. They have a marching band, a trolley band, a concert band, and smaller ensembles. Let's have a listen. So, sing along. You know the words.
God bless America, my home sweet home. God bless America, my home sweet home.
Let's hear it for the Waltham
Thank
American
you.
Legion Band. Please come back next year.
Thank you.
Stylish cymbal playing, I gotta say. Again, they're sponsored by Pride Star EMS, one of our longtime sponsors. And quietly coming up behind is the Chelmsford Lions Club iMobile. That has, the Lions have sponsored the country fair behind us for the last 35 years. And this year marks the 100th year since Helen Keller challenged the Lions to become Knights of the Blind. Today, Lions clubs everywhere collect used eyeglasses for refurbishment and distribution to needy people around the world. Now, the Massachusetts chapter is unique in that they actually sponsor research at institutions, medical institutions in Boston. So we welcome you here again. Thank you for coming.
All right, now we have the Dirty Water Brass Band. Please welcome the Dirty Water Brass Band, based in Boston. They play an eclectic and raucous mix of jazz, R&B, and New Orleans, and more, creating what they call as music from the bayou and beyond. The band started with 5 members, but now they're up to 11. And they do not have to be in by 12 o'clock. Also being carried by Wild West Landscaping, John, this is his third year helping us out, and he also became a banner sponsor this year. So big thanks to Wild West.
Jeff, you play drums. Aren't you impressed that he's got a whole drum set hanging from his neck?
It's what they call a cocktail set. We can still have a cocktail and don't have to stop playing.
Next is our group from Preserving Religious Freedom. Our nation's founders embraced freedom of religion as a central part of a free and democratic society. So they ask that we protect our first liberty and preserve religious freedom. Oh, here comes the Roomba. They're from Montreal. You made it. Thank you. Sponsored by Village Home Services. Gets my blood flowing.
So it was wonderful to have them come from Montreal, Canada, and they combine all kinds of percussion instruments. Unfortunately, they were the only band that could join us from Canada this year, but they're fabulous. And we appreciate Village Home Services for sponsoring this year. Thank you. Thank you. Happy Independence Day from Village Home Services, whose motto is, it takes a village to make your home safe and comfortable.
Yeah,
and this village serves our community well. Thank you.
You see this QR code on the side, you scan that and you have a chance to win $500.
Oh,
so
awesome. Scan
there you
that
go.
QR code, everybody.
Well, they were handing out water bottles with the QR code on it, but I think they ran out.
Awesome.
It
Okay.
doesn't- I'm not shocked because the crowd
All
didn't
right,
let up
and-
the entire route.
Here is the third place float winner, Chelmsford Youth Wrestling. Chelmsford has a long history of turning out championship wrestlers. Chelmsford Youth Wrestling helps to continue this tradition by committing to its wrestlers at an early age. Good job on the float. Thank you. Good job. It's beautiful.
They followed up that this is a 1956 Lincoln Mark II. It's driven in memory of the grandparents Howard Ryan by their grandchildren.
Do the next.
Now here's the band, Lost Sugar Kings. Sponsored by Doug Anderson Plumbing and transported by Miracil Coating. Lost Sugar Kings play the music of Cuba and many Latino countries. They're winners of New England Music Awards, performing more than 80,000 people.
Thank you to Doug Anderson Plumbing for sponsoring this year. We appreciate it.
Got the bongos, the congas, the timbales, the whole 9 yards here. That's great.
And following them, we have the Low Catholic cheerleaders who made history this winter, becoming not only the Division IV state champions, but bringing a New England championship title to their school. Their hard work and dedication bring so much pride not only to their school, but to the city and the state as well. Let's go, Low Catholic!
Congratulations!
Congratulations, girls.
Today, New England. Tomorrow, the world. followed by Burgess Street Dance, which is located in Litchfield, New Hampshire, a training school for dancers providing classes in ballet, tap, and jazz. They love to participate in local parades just like this because they get the chance to perform outdoors. This is their third time being in Chelmsford's Parade. We hope you come back again next year. Looks like a dancer in training back there, huh?
Sound asleep.
Of course.
And we have a 2003 Ford Mustang convertible owned by Ian Lisinski.
And of course it's red.
It's beautiful.
So great to see the kids out having a great time.
Okay, coming up, we have the Mariachi Fiesta del Norte Dancers, and they're sponsored by Ciardi Plumbing and transported by Demers Landscaping. They are dressed in traditional sombreros and Mexican charro outfits. Mariachi Fiesta del Norte performs traditional and popular music of their colorful Mexico. Their instruments include guitar, vihula?
Vihuela.
Vihuela, okay.
Vihuela.
I don't know. So what's the next one?
The next, guitarron.
Guitarron, violin, and trumpet.
Very good.
Thank you. Thank
Muy,
you.
Muy bien. And I hope they're going to play for us here.
I think they are. They look like they're getting ready. Beautiful, beautiful dancers and musicians. Thank you for joining us. And thank you for Demers for transporting.
Not a lot of room to move around there, but
no, they did
a lot of
wonderful.
flourish, plenty of flourish.
And we have another vehicle from Ciardi Plumbing, another one of our sponsors. Thank you.
Right, they were the sponsors of the Mariachi Fiesta del Norte dancers.
Thank you.
Jack Sparrow in the house. Arr.
I don't think I'm going to make my 12 o'clock lunch date.
That's okay.
We're going
we're
a
having
little
too,
long,
we're having
that's
too
okay.
much fun
We're
here.
having fun. That's right.
Thank you, Jack.
Thank you, Jack.
Just point us in the direction of the treasure. We'll follow.
Thank you. Happy 4th. And next, we have a float winner, Molinari Tree Care.
The theme of this float is we hold these truths to be self-evident.
Second place winner of our float contest. Thank you. Beautiful, thank you.
Love the costumes. A young, very young George Washington.
Georgia. I believe it's Georgia Washington. Oh, there he is. I was looking at the Statue of Liberty. Get my patriotic characters mixed up sometimes.
We have a 1985 Chevy K20 Silverado. Leanne Needham of Chelmsford with her 2 daughters, Caroline and Kate. Happy 4th of July.
And here comes the one that does all the hard work, the tractor, of course.
So this is Parley Farm Float. Parley Farm of Chelmsford has been actively farming in town for well over 100 years. Come and visit its roadside stand on Pine Hill Road to get your farm fresh fruits and vegetables, and blueberry crops are coming up next. Thank you.
Hey, we'd like to welcome the Alpha Martial Academy, Arts Academy from North Chelmsford. They've been teaching traditional martial arts for more than 25 years, helping students to focus and gain their confidence needed to succeed in their classes and in life. At Alpha, you'll be part of a vibrant community of students and their families who support each other on their journey to black belts and beyond.
Must be hard to keep his arms out that long.
It's mental. It's all mental, Jeff. Mind over matter.
Look at the trophies. Thank you. Have fun. So we have a Ford Mustang joining us.
Yes,
Thank
right.
you.
John Carson and his lovingly restored 1966 Ford Mustang. Classic, classic, classic.
Then we have joining us is the Dance Center Unlimited. Founded in 1992, Dance Center Unlimited was one of the original dance studios in town, and now it stands as one of the longest running dance studios in the area. Its dancers are known for technical excellence, grace, and strong foundation in all genres. Many graduates started dancing at the age of 3, and some have gone to perform professionally. Thanks for coming, girls.
So while we have a little bit of a break here, we want to thank everybody for joining us today. We're nearing the end, maybe about 10 more groups to come.
You look hungry and thirsty, so we invite you to go over to the Lions Country Fair to indulge.
There's beverages, there's food, there's popcorn.
And
many of, many of the local restaurants in the area.
Oh, I think I got a little routine sense coming on here.
Yay!
Let's hear it for Dancing Center.
Thank you.
Dancing Center Unlimited. Thank you. Followed by the Chinese Bible Church of Greater Lowell. It's an acronym. CBCGL. There you go. This non-denominational evangelical church has more than 30 years of history here in town. They're located at 197 Littleton Road in Chelmsford. You can learn Cantonese and a whole bunch of other languages. We enjoy having you here every year.
Thank you.
A new entry this year is Adam Lavoie. He's a musician and teacher born and raised here in Chelmsford. He's been singing patriotic songs all along the parade route. He teaches piano, guitar, voice, and ukulele to students of all ages. You can check him out at adamlavoiemusicstudio.com. Let's have a listen.
And towing Adam's float is Eli's Yard Services of Westford.
Next to you, and if I'm just still too late, 'cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA.
And what would our parade be without Charlie Zara's farm tractors provided He was the youngest of 11 children, and for decades his family owned and worked a 49-acre farm of mostly fruit trees, which I don't really associate with New England, but yeah. The town bought a large part of that farm to build McCarthy Middle School. Charlie and his wife Claudia are still active in farming, and these tractors participate in plow days each spring and fall to prepare fields for planting crops. Charlie, by the way, was our parade marshal in 2022.
Thank you, Charlie.
Thank you again, Charlie.
Thank you. Oh, these tractors are great, huh?
It's funny how, like, cars crap out after 10 years or so, and tractors can be around for half a century and they're still working.
I'm sure it takes a lot of work to keep them moving.
Fewer parts, Jeff, fewer parts. And manual transmissions, too. These days, a modern tractor is like got an enclosed cab and it runs up and down the roads by GPS.
So we're coming to the end, sadly, and we hope everybody will plan on joining us next year.
Work will begin Monday morning planning for next year.
Not me, buddy. Give me a couple of weeks, take a break. But we, again, appreciate everybody joining us this year and encourage you to support the local businesses in the area, the restaurants, some of them are open, the country fair, go see the art show, and just have a lovely, lovely 4th of July.
Just a few more tractors and characters here. I have to say there have been plenty of characters in this parade.
We've got one more float coming along, and this is the Hot Tamale Brass Band, and it's sponsored by the Chelmsford Business Association. It is also transported by Right Way Disposal, Brian Reedy. And this float took an honorable mention, and we're very proud of it as a member of the Business Association. Thank you. The Hot Tamale Brass Band plays traditional New Orleans jazz, Dixieland, jazz funerals, and funky second-line music. The group was founded in 1992 after their leader, Mickey Bones, moved from New Orleans to Boston. These days, they jam at local Boston clubs, perform as Mardi Gras bands and theme parties, and as a second-line brass band for all types of parades. The Chelmsford Business Association is a group of over 200 members that operate within the town of Chelmsford. It was established in 1990, and it promotes and supports business with Chelmsford through education and legislative activities. And we appreciate them, and we thank the Mickey Bones and the Hot Tamale Brass Band. A couple more characters joining us. Thank you.
We have a 1965 Dodge Dart driven by my second favorite select board member of all time, Sam Chase. Sorry, Sam, you just went down the list of Peg.
And Sam's arrival here signals the end, sad end, of this year's parade, but the festivities aren't over. As Lynn was saying, there's the Art Center, there's the Country Fair, but most importantly, we hope you carry forward with you the spirit of independence in your heart as we celebrate not only our 57th annual parade, but our 249th anniversary of the signing of the Declaration of Independence. If you like this year's parade, do not miss next year because they're going to pull out all the stops. We have some things planned, can't tell you about it yet.
Nope. Big surprise is coming, but it'll be fabulous. Thank you.
I want to thank Jeff Hardy and Lynn Marcella for joining me up here. On behalf of all of the staff, volunteers, ex-high school production team from Chelmsford TeleMedia that made this all possible, not to mention the parade committee and all the service organizations here in town, the police, fire department, public works. We couldn't do it without you. We couldn't do it without you. So we want to thank you for joining us today, or if you're listening to this recorded. I'm Kelly Beatty for the staff and volunteers of Chelmsford Media. See you again soon. Happy birthday, America.
Thank you. Happy Independence Day, everyone.
And
Thank
if
you.
anybody's interested in joining the parade committee to learn what this is all about, we welcome you. Thank you for all the support over the years. We enjoy it thoroughly.